Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning here in Memphis on ESPN 790, also in Brownsville on the Brownsville Radio, which is streamed 24/7 at brownsvilleradio.com. And, of course, in Jackson on News Talk 101.5. And we're really glad to have all of those listeners in West Tennessee being a part of Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I know that this young man that's on with us next is got a lot of ties to West Tennessee, man. He says he says his hometown is Reelfoot Lake, so he must be living out there someplace on the lake, you know.
I live 5 minutes from Reelfoot, Larry.
Oh, buddy. Oh, well, did you know there was an earthquake? You know there was an earthquake there one time? That's what I understand. So, yeah.
Way before my time.
That's what
happened.
Well, I was still around, Tim, so I remember it well. So, as old as I am.
Yeah.
But Tim is he's eat up with crappie fishing, and he loves it, and he does it, and he does it. His goal is to win the Crappie Master Classic, win Angler of the Year, and to make living fishing. Now, that's a pretty good goal, I think it is. And Tim is going to be today out at the Agri Center at 5 p.m. If you want to learn about crappie fishing, man, we got it for you today. We start with crappie fishing at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock with Robbie Jordan. We end at 5 with Tim Blackley. And I know, Tim, this when you do a seminar like this, kind of give our listeners a preview of what you might be talking about.
Yeah, you know, we right now everybody wants to know about springtime crappie, and that's basically what I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about everything from holding a pole in your hand, single poling, to spider rigging, and even fishing off the bank some. So I have a few tips for everybody that likes to crappie fish, no matter what style you like.
All right. So when did Tim Blackley catch his first crappie?
Larry, I don't know. Probably, at a real early age, I remember going out in a Reelfoot Lake boat. Local people know what I'm talking about. It was a canoe-style boat.
That's right.
Reelfoot had a lot of exposed stumps back 30, 40 years ago, and, it's tough getting around. And I remember going out with him in a Reelfoot Lake boat with a cane pole with just some string tied on the end with a cork on it. And
who was this? Who were you fishing with?
I was fishing with my father.
With your father, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that, what was your dad's name?
He was Warren Blackley.
Okay, and he got you started, and of course, you've grown up in that area, right?
I have never left other than to go to college, and still, come home every weekend where I could be at the lake and fish and hunt, and it just kind of gets in your blood. Once you're there, that's what you want to do. And now
you're a working man, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you do besides fish?
Hunt.
That's my man right there. That's my man. You do have a real job.
No, sir. That's I'm fortunate enough.
Yes, you do have a real job, Tim. You fish. You fish.
I had to keep my wife happy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy does it full time, and he does it on one of the lakes that everybody talks about, and you know that. The Big Four, Mississippi. You grew up fishing for crappie on Reelfoot Lake. What's a big crappie on Reelfoot Lake?
A 2-pound fish at Reelfoot's a really good fish, and there's very few that come out of there that are 3 pounds. I mean, there's only been a handful that I've ever known of all my life. But Reelfoot's known for just a good eating-sized crappie.
It is.
9 or 10-inch long fish.
Yeah.
It's not hard to fish. You don't have to have a lot of electronics and sophisticated stuff to fish Reelfoot.
You can catch
I think that's what the draw is to Reelfoot.
Well, that and the beautiful scenery that you're going to have up there and all the other stuff. And, again, we're talking Tim Blackley. He will be a seminar speaker today at 5 at the Mid-South Sports and Boat Show at the Agri Center it opens, started yesterday, opens up today from 9 to 7. And then back tomorrow from 10 to 5, and Tim's out there this afternoon at 5 p.m. So what's the biggest crappie you ever caught?
The biggest one that I've ever caught in my boat was a 345.
Wow, 345.
That was actually a tournament scaled weight fish. So
it was. Yeah, where'd you catch that?
It was at Grenada down in the Graysport landing area.
Been there. I never done it, but I've been there. You know, and 3.45 in Grenada. So everybody asked him, so is there a world record out there to break old Fred Bright's record at 5.6 or 4, whatever it is? Do you think that it is possible, and where would it come from?
Yeah, I do think it is possible. I think it will come out of, one of the Mississippi lakes there. And don't forget about Lake Washington.
I know that. So what? Come on, give me one of them. Which one?
I'd have to guess. If you give me two, Enon or Grenada.
Okay, I'll give you two. Because when you think about that 3.45 he caught, and add 2 more pounds to it, then you understand how big that fish is.
It's unbelievable how big that fish is.
You go to Enid to the visitor center there, and you see that fish. Have you seen a replica of that fish, Tim?
I have, yes.
Does it not blow you away?
Well, all those fish down there, in those Mississippi lakes, when you look at them, they're all huge looking, and they look deformed looking, but that one just blows everything you ever seen away. It
does. And again, we're talking to Tim Blackley. Let me ask you, Tim, about the Crappie Masters Classic and the trail. What's your schedule look like for 2018?
Well, we're fishing a lot of. There's a new trail we're fishing, American Crappie Trail.
Yes, sir.
Covers a lot of area, and we're fishing that. And my old fishing partner Jackie Van Cleve, we've been together for 10 years. He's retired. He's got a great grandkid, and of course he's a full-time guide there on Reelfoot, and he's going to spend more time at home. So looking forward to starting a new season with a new guy named Paul Turner.
Paul Turner. All right. Where's he from?
He's from Covington. He's been on the Crappie Masters Trail the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask you before we go any further. How do you survive 10 years in a boat with Jackie Van Cleve? Okay, I just want to know your secret there. Huh?
You got some real thick earplugs.
He's one of a kind, buddy. I love that Jackie Van Cleve, and I did not know that you slipped in somebody else. Does Paul talk as much as Jackie, or is he going to be the silent partner here?
No, he's who's going to ever talk as much as Jackie Van Cleve? I don't know. I couldn't top that. I don't know where you'd find somebody.
You could not find anybody like that and everything. But I really like Tim. When I look at this thing, and you sent me some information that I got to hand it to you. You're a volunteer fireman at Hornbeck.
Yes, sir.
Have you
done it all my life?
All your life.
Yes, sir.
That's my hat's off to you, buddy. Because volunteer firemen are important to a place like Hornbeck and other places like that. I don't know how many there are in your group that shows up when you get that call. Now, I guess that's the way it works. But I've always had a heart for volunteer firemen.
It's tough to get young people involved because it's dirty and hard work.
It is. Yeah.
We're fortunate enough that we keep young people coming on and
good.
Got a good department. But we're blessed by having a good chief and a good department.
Yeah, well, it's all that money you make as a fireman. That's what it is.
We get what our pay is. We get one Christmas dinner once a year.
Oh,
that's how we get paid.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
what is it? Crappie? I mean, y'all eat crappie or?
No. Normally we have typical Christmas Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey and dressing.
Oh, okay. I just figured you do like to eat crappie, don't you? I mean.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
What American wouldn't like crappie?
Wouldn't like that and everything. Tim, thank you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you. I'll be out there this afternoon putting all the seminars together. Folks, you need to come out to the Agri Center. That's today from 9 to 7, 5 o'clock. Tim Blackley will be doing one of the seminars. We've got seminars all day. They're free. They're part of your ticket to the Mid-South Sports and Boat Show. See you later today, Tim. Okay, buddy?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's
talk about crappie.
Let's talk crappie. Thank you, man. All right. Tim Blackley. And, he mentioned in there that about the American Crappie Trail. And, of course, next week we're going to have the executive director for the American Crappie Trail on the show. We're also going to talk a little kayak fishing. That's big now. I mean, you go to any, I don't care what, Sportsman's Warehouse, any of those places like that, kayak fishing is exploding, and we're going to have Jay Anglin. He is part of the Kayak Traditions kayak angling team, and he's going to be on next week. We're going to talk about a new blind that's come out from Alps Outdoor. We're going to talk to another world champion shooter. We have got Doug Koenig on next week's show. He is the new team captain for Ruger. They've come out with a new shooting team. We're going to go from female to the best male shooter right here in Doug Koenig. Mario Friendly, we're going to talk to the Mossy Oak Pro Staff for the year. And here he comes. I've been waiting for this. All right, folks, y'all ready for this? You better be ready next week about 7:15. Uncle Si himself, yep. Uncle Si Robertson, will be on the show talking about his new CD called Uncle Si and the Psychotics. Now, I wish we could show this picture of Uncle Si here.
Well, go to the site. Go to the news section of the site.
Okay.
We have the story about Uncle Si and the Psychotics.
Good.
Psychotics, pardon me.
Psychotics, not Psychotics.
And there's a picture of them. That's the same picture that's on the CD.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see, because here's some of the songs on it. The Yeehaw song, I'm looking for that one. You know, I have not opened up. He sent me this picture. Uncle Si just got out of the hairdresser. I mean, he just had his he looked like he got shocked or electrocuted here with his hair straight up like this, and these two women with him. But he's in a straitjacket. Did you notice that? He's in a straitjacket on the cover of this thing. So Si Robertson, also on next week's show. And, you know, we were talking about the website. Again, lroutdoors.com. We could talk on the air because you would like to see more stories. Go ahead and tell them out there what you envision here. We can talk on the air. These people want to know what we're going to do. What would you like to see done? Or you listeners, let us know what you like.
Well, I'll tell you how that all started. I watch NBC Nightly News. Okay,
I do too.
And they'll do a story of some sort on the air, and it might be a couple of minutes. It's only a 30-minute broadcast, so. They'll tell you sometimes for more on this story, go to the website. But we have a lot of interesting people on this show, a lot of very accomplished
for 10 minutes.
People in all sorts of areas.
Yeah.
Why not feature them in a bigger feature on our guests on the show? We do a lot. We have so much information, but I mean the people that you have on this show that do this specific interview. And then, it'll give someone a chance to go to the website and learn more about what they do or what they're selling or what they're, the book they wrote or whatever else.
I love it. And what's that website?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
lroutdoors.com.
That's it from the webmaster himself, Greg Ratliff. Thank you for taking care of us. Guy Trebo. We miss you out here, Frank Barton. We hope you found your way back the next time. But this is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week that doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.